right. I'm so excited to have you here in Dodge Conference. What we'll be talking about today, this is like a pre-recorded film, a previous class that we did before. Yeah. So the video I did before got dated. I don't know why. So, but anyways, here we are again. So I'm gonna try to go straight to the point, try to be normal, and the idea is to inspire you to see business from a perspective you haven't been seeing it before, right? So in a minute, I'm going to be sharing my slide. I have a couple of just few slides to show, and then I would recommend some online business for you that you can start, and then um, also I'm going to talk about for people who intend to relocate, the easiest way, as we know, to relocate to whichever country you want. If you want to relocate abroad, the easiest way is to go through education, right? So, once again, welcome. This is Search Conference. Let's get right into it. So, let me share my slide with you, and right, here we go. Welcome to Search Conference. Okay, so welcome to Search Conference. And so what is it all about? Search Conference is just like it's a conference that its aim is to inspire you, to make you to give you a little extra kick, right? So you'll be inspired to pursue your dreams, your visions, the ideas that you have. So people tend to look at it as though it is all business related. No, it's not just all business related, right? So now what by way of introduction, we are going to just say a little bit about what's in here for you, like what you're going to get at the end of this meeting, and then what are you expecting, what you expect from today, right? So I think I started by giving a little introduction about Search Conference. It's just a platform to encourage you. It's a platform to motivate you and to inspire you and to share delightful and awesome information with you, right? So so at the end of today, there's some certain information you should have, some certain information you should have. So now let me begin by saying that the whole mindset behind Search Conference is the business like mind people, right? So people who have the idea about business. So this is not a regular meeting, a regular conference meeting. It is is a meeting that doesn't really follow the existing protocol or standard. We just hit it the way it is. We go straight down to the point. You get what I mean, right? All right. So now, when we look at business, please understand that business is everything. Like if you perform any transaction any day, you are engaged in business. So people tend to say, because I'm not fully into business, I don't do buying or trading on a large scale. Simply because of that, that doesn't mean you don't do business. So if every day you, whether or not you partake in any kind of business transaction or not, you are engaged in business. Please understand that this is true. The reason is because if what you for instance you're putting on a clothes right now, it was bought either directly by you or indirectly someone made that transaction possible. So there is a long chain of network of people that made that transaction possible. So you being the last person at the receiving end doesn't really make it less of a business. Do you understand? So business cuts across all spheres. So when you pay your lecturer money, that is business. When you go ahead and spend some specific amount of money to do whatever you want to do, to buy whatever you want to buy, when you pay for services, when you pay for goods, when you pay for value, when you pay for you buy a new mobile phone, you buy a dress, whatever you buy, that is a business. So you have to program yourself in um, you have to program yourself in a place where you should be able to receive money in return for whatever you do, whatever of interest, whatever of great interest to you. Do you understand now? So now, just for today, for the purpose of today's call, we are going to talk about the media. You see, the media is so vast, so broad that we cannot exhaustively discuss it in this 45 minutes call. It's not possible to do that. You understand? So, but how can you leverage the media to promote whatever it is that you do, right? So this is what we're going to look at today. And also, I'm going to talk about like 3 skills. There are lots of IT skills, but there are some basic skills that everyone should know. So some basic skills that everyone should definitely know. So if I mention it and you don't know about it, all you have to do is to go and learn it. There are resources on the internet. There are resources you can go and sort them out in order to build yourself, to develop whatever it is you want to learn. Do you get now? So and also another big industry that is thriving. See all these points highlighted in this video. They are all in the business fair. So you in the skills I've listed here, there's no one who is buying anything, but these are businesses too, because transactions occur. Someone is either gaining someone is gaining money or gaining value. It is transactional, right? And then I'm going to talk about TikTok and then you and your business. So let me start by talking about media. You see, like we know, when we say media, people say social media. You bring the word social to it just to give it a context that you are trying to involve the fact that you network with people socially. So moving further, you can get to understand them by bringing in some real life example into it. For example, Facebook. So people communicate socially. You can communicate with your brother irrespective of their location, right? You can communicate with them, get to talk about them, like talk with them and exchange, catch up with the moment that was lost before, whatever the situation is. You understand, right? And then there are picture sharing platform, video sharing platforms and all. So the popular ones, like we know of Facebook, Instagram, and then you know of YouTube, you know of Telegram and WhatsApp. All these are social media platforms. And then there are people who make tons of dollars on those platforms, thousands of dollars and pounds on those platforms. How do they do that? They simply have a product. They simply have a product and then they continually advertise their product on those platforms. And sometimes it is for free. You can actually, it doesn't cost you to advertise your product. Whatever you do, it doesn't cost you to advertise it on your WhatsApp status. It doesn't cost you to put it on your Facebook timeline. But if you want to reach more people, then you need to learn Facebook ads marketing, how to run Facebook ads. Now, there are just 10-minute video. There's a 10-minute video on the internet that can teach you how to run Facebook ads, right? If you want to run Instagram ad, you want to run YouTube ad, whatever ad you want to run. So in order for you to do that, you must have established the fact that you already have a business that needs people to come and see it. Like you want people to come and see your business so they can patronize you, they can follow you, they can like you. And then when they need your services, they can always come back to you, right? That is when you can engage in the use of a paid advertisement platform, right? So now the media is so broad. Like I said before, we cannot exhaustively discuss that in a single meeting. It's not possible because it is very, very broad. Not to be faster than myself, let me just wrap up this this very particular slide, right? So now, so I was talking about the media. So there is a lot on the media that you can leverage on. So in summary about the business model under the media, it is the fact that you have to look for something you can offer online. There are people that, well, there are people that have the skills to talk. They have the skills to, peradventure, you can either you can, let's say, you can make clothes. You are a seamster or a tailor, and then you are good in a particular area, you're very good in a particular field, you can go ahead and make a video about it, right? That becomes a digital product. Now, digital products, anything you can sell online, any product you can sell online. So, just the same way a physical product gives value, in the same way a digital product also gives value, right? So, now the good thing about digital product is sometimes you may even offer it for free and still get paid. You understand what I mean? So people who teach one skills or the other on YouTube, like you're watching now, people who whatever it is they do on YouTube, in the long run, they're doing it for free, but they do get money from it. You understand what I mean? So they get their money from it. They get paid for doing that. They get paid for doing that. So you, when you have a product, you can bring it in into any of those platforms, even Facebook, even Instagram. You can bring your videos there, bring whatever you do there, your skills, teach people there, and then they're gonna get paid. This whatever I'm saying right now, it's not just gonna happen overnight. You have to put in consistency in it. That is very, very important. So now, at this time, let me just mention the two basic IT skills. There are lots of IT skills you should have, but one of them, it is centered on having the ability to use these two programs I'm going to mention, and then I'll talk a little bit about it before I go into storytelling, right? So, number one is to understand how to use all the basic program of the Microsoft Word. Now, the Microsoft programs, there are lots of them. You have the Microsoft Word processor documents, like it's the Microsoft Word processor application, right? You also have the Microsoft Excel application. You have the Microsoft PowerPoint. Now, the Microsoft Desktop Publishing application. Now, these are various applications that are um, owned and managed by Microsoft. Now, beyond what you know, the Microsoft Word is beyond what you know. What most people know is you can use it to type, you can use it, people use it to publish books. You can use it to type your book, whether be it book summary or be it real book. You can use it to type it and design it and then publish your book. You can even publish the book on Amazon. There are tutorials for that, so you can go and learn about how to publish a book or even how to write a book summary. So when you learn that, you can make money from that, right? So learning the Microsoft documents and the Microsoft Word applications, all the applications that are organized and managed by the Microsoft Word. All right, so the next group of applications you should learn is the Adobe application. Now, this is very important for um, the guys who are into graphics design. You see, every now and then, everything around us is graphics. Like now, you're seeing a slide on your screen that is graphics. So there are people who came together and put these graphics into play. There are people who can design it. So if you have that interest, I always tell people to learn based on your interest, what interests you, what inspires you, what you're hungry for to learn. So not just learning everything randomly, no, but learning what you have interest for, what interests you, what your motivation. Learn based on your motivation and your passion, right? So the two skills I recommend you to learn is, and the two IT skills is basically, when I say IT skill, is basically understanding and how those applications work, and then become a guru in it, become so good in it that you There are so much more you can do with the Microsoft Word. Like I said before, people write books with it. You can design a flyer with it. You can design so much more novels, paper bag files, and lots of things are being designed by the Microsoft Word. In just the Microsoft Word. So if you go further and learn how to use Microsoft Excel, I tell you, you can even write a program, a calculation-based program using Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, I beg your pardon. So these are skills you should learn how to use. IT skills you should learn how to use. Those two. There are lots more. If you're in graphic design, you should learn how to use the Adobe Photoshop. If you're into if you have the interest of loving you love you want to learn, or you love producing videos, you should learn the Adobe After Effects, Adobe Premiere Pro, and all those are the programs around that line of video production, right? So now TikTok, where does TikTok? Okay, let me talk about storytelling before. Now, storytelling is another digital media business you can do. Can you tell a story in just 30 seconds? Now, this is where TikTok becomes very, very interesting. Even now, YouTube are also doing it. There is YouTube Shorts, just 30 seconds or 1 minute, you're able to pass a message across. Now, the good thing about these such short videos is that they tend to go viral without you doing anything. You understand? So when you post just a short video, so now storytelling, I have an idea about something and I want to pass it across to you just in 30 seconds. And then I come into the scene, shooting my video and passing that message across. And I'm able to do it for you in just 30 seconds. And then in 30 seconds, you've gotten my idea. By doing that, you were going to reach thousands of people, if not millions, on TikTok and even on YouTube Shorts. Do you understand what I mean now? So it's a very easy way to go viral on the internet these days. Very, very easy. So for instance, like TikTok, they're doing it every now and then. They are doing it, engaging in it seriously. They're engaging in it very, very seriously. They go ahead and help you promote those videos. The videos that are short, you'll be able to pass them. You've seen them on TikTok. People post funny videos, and then you see them having thousands of likes. Do they really make money from that? Yes. Now, most of the people that make money using TikTok, you can actually advertise your product. Someone can call you, or you can even link it to YouTube where they can go and watch the full video if you have the full video, and then and then you can make more money from it. You see, so this is how it works. Now, before I go to the next slide, you and your location. Now, as I was sharing at the first day of this event, I said that you and your location matters a lot. Now, I know many of you that will later be watching this video, you're probably from a location where you have a lot of limitations. See, you need to, the world doesn't care about your limitation. No one cares about your limitation. You have to outrun your limitation. You have to do whatever it takes to bypass your limitation, and then make it don't limit yourself anymore. That limitation that you are experiencing, that limitation you see before you, be it, I know many of you will have data problem, like internet problem, you will have electricity problem. These are issues you need to learn how to deal with. Look for how to fix it. Your government, you cannot wait for your government to come fix it for you. If you see, you are in the third world nation, that is you, and that is your location. So, and there is someone who is in the first world nation, some little boy of 8 years old in China. He's developing your mobile phone. He's developing your mobile phone for you, and then you, who is in the third world, you're complaining that you don't have data to use what an 8-year-old boy has developed. That is not sensible. There is no excuse for it. So that is why break the barriers in your location, and you can do it. So this is the main aim of this conference, that these IT skills are there. I'm not arranging them systematically for you. I'm not going details into them, but I'm telling you that these possibilities are there, and do not allow your location to be a barrier or to limit you to the things you can do, right? So then the next one is I've been able to throw light on this on the first slide. If you can tell a story, like I said before, in 30 seconds or 1 minute, you have an audience. You have an audience. People are waiting for you. They are already there on TikTok. You are still very early because TikTok is still very new. You can say that they're more than 1 year. They've spent more than 1 year in existence, and yet many people don't know them. Many people are still new to it. So you can leverage the power of these 1 minute platforms. Some of these videos you don't even need your face to show. Now, one easy way of doing this is to search something in those platforms. For instance, search something on TikTok, or just see a particular video that you like. How can I do something like this that will add value? If you like a video, why did you like the video? If there's something you can do, why not go ahead and do it? Other people are doing it, and they've been successful in it. So you need to also learn how to do it. You're not going to get perfect when you start almost immediately. It's not going to happen like that. But you need to consistently improve yourself, and that give you a chance of perfecting the things that you have started, right? So time is almost running out. So let me just move down to the next slide. Now I love what Disney said. He said that that the way to get started is to quit talking and begin to do. Now I've listed many of these stuff here that you can see. I've listed that if you can tell a story in just 30 seconds or 1 minute, you're going to get lots of followers. Now imagine you have 20,000 followers, even any platform at all, you have 20,000 people. Now, let me give you an example. This is an iPhone, and imagine I want to sell this iPhone right now, and I want to sell the iPhone, and imagine I have 20,000 people who are following me. So it means that when I post anything, there's a potential probability of those 20,000 people seeing whatever I've posted, even though they all of them wouldn't say it. But if just 5,000 people, if I want to sell the iPhone and I post it on my platform, let's say I have 20,000 people on Instagram, and then I post the picture of my iPhone, I told them that I want to sell it, and within my 20,000 network of people, just 200 people were able to say it. Now I'm showing 200 people this particular gadget. Do you think one person may be in need of it? Now I leave the answer for you to get. I leave that question for you to answer. I leave the answer for you to give. Do you think one person will be interested in my phone out of 20,000 people? And let's say the gadget was seen by just 5,000 people. And among those 5,000 people, do you think one person will be able to say, oh, I'm interested in your device. I want to buy your device. I'm in need of it. Do you think so? Now, this is how the internet works. When you have a lot of people, that is market people. That is a global market for you. That 20,000 people, for instance, is a community. Even though it's 100 people, you upload your status, your video, your WhatsApp status, and all. Of course, many of you here today, you sell on WhatsApp, and that's fine. But what I'm saying is that you can leverage more, break within the context limit of your WhatsApp status, and start utilizing the TikTok, the YouTube Shorts, and many other platforms that are there, right? So, let me move on to this. And now I have a question to ask. What is common between these three guys? Now you can see Elon Musk, you can see Mark Zuckerberg, the owner of Facebook, and you can see Jeff Bezos. So when you see these three guys, what is common with them? And then in our first meeting, in the live meeting we had, and there was a lady who said peace by name, and then she said that what is common between these three people is that they all have social capital, and that is so powerful. They have followers. In other words, they have followers. They have lots of followers. Now, some of these people here, they have physical products. For example, Elon Musk. Why is he the richest man in the world? And I was sharing with them that he's the richest man in the world, not just because he's solving a problem, a world problem, the problem of eliminating carbon, world pollution. That's not just a problem he's solving. He's also solving one of the things that blew him up, that makes him like place him at that apex point of being the world richest, is because he was able to solve a very important problem. Now, what is this problem? He made reusable rockets. Do you see how important this is? Like, this is so interesting. Reusable rocket, guys. This is interesting. He made reusable rockets, rocket that you can reuse them. Now, you don't have to, oh my God, you don't have to bother about trying to make one rocket to just meet one purpose and it's destroyed. No, so you can send a rocket to space and it will come back and then you refuel it and send it back. That is amazing, guys. Now, what about Mark Zuckerberg? These guys have social capital, like Pete said, and then Jeff Bezos. You know this guy now. 90% of Jeff Bezos' products on Amazon, they are not his products. He doesn't even manufacture them. Now, I recall in our event that I was saying that most of the products on Amazon, that Amazon is not just even the only company that Jeff Bezos have. Jeff Bezos have lots of other products. There are lots of them. You have your Amazon Prime, you have your Amazon Videos, you have your Amazon News, you have your Amazon Alexa. So many Amazon KDP, Amazon Audible, so many Amazon products. Now, all these platforms I've mentioned, owned by Jeff Bezos, the Amazon in quotes, owned by Jeff Bezos, there are lots of things you can do. And then there are a lot of ways you can make money from Amazon. You can be a reseller, you can be an affiliate marketer, you can sell product for them. And see, for instance, the Amazon KDP, I'm going to share the link on the platform so you can have a read through and see how you can make money from the Amazon KDP. Now, a lot of people have been making money from it. So these are, see, if it's not working for you, it doesn't mean it doesn't work generally. So what it just means is that you need to learn the basics and learn how to make it work. So, and one thing you should have in mind is, just like you don't start your primary school in a day and finish it the next day. It takes time and process. So the same thing, earning online, whether you want to earn from YouTube or from whatever platform you want to learn from, you need to understand how to give it time, how to allow the time and processes to all happen, and then you can start benefiting from it. So it doesn't just happen overnight. You have to give it time, right? So what is common between them? You've seen what is common between them now. So they all have digital presence, digital products, right? So your location, it does matter, because there are a lot of limitations in so many regions of the world. So many limitations. For instance, if you want to pay someone in the US, for example, you can easily pay the person using PayPal. But if somebody want to pay you, you are in Nigeria, somebody want to pay you, they don't allow them to pay you directly using PayPal. That is already a limitation. So I live in the UK and I have businesses online. So I do receive payment from PayPal, right? But when I was in Nigeria, that wasn't possible. So that is to tell you that, and besides that, the government isn't doing anything to help that. They're not doing anything to help that situation. So where do we stand? This is where you come in and say, I'm tired of my limitation, I'm tired of my location limiting me. I need to get out. And for you to do that, you need to learn how to maximize the opportunities out there and then use it to the best that you can do. So in this point, I'm going to try to round up and answer the few questions as seen on the chat box. So now, I've gone through a lot of things, but not in depth. So remember, like I said before, such conference is just to give you a kick, is to like stir up something within you, to say whatever you are in, you may be into music production, video production, graphic design, whatever you're doing, whatever you want to learn, your passion, whatever it is you see someone doing and you want to do it, if it is UX or UI design, whatever it is, All you have to do is to go and learn the basics. Do I need a degree in this thing? Now, many IT skills, you don't need to go to 4 years of the university to learn this thing. No. All you have to do is to sit down and search those right articles. And sometimes you just need a mentor. All right, you just need a mentor. Now, when I started blogging back in 2014, writing up blog posts and started earning from Google AdSense back in 2014, I needed a mentor. A mentor. God sent a mentor into my life, and then that's the person of David Martins. Now the guy was so awesome because he taught me most of those online. He taught me about Google AdSense and how to blog, how to design a simple web page that I could post my content in and then get money back in return. And it worked. It took me like 3 months, and then it worked. I saw the result, and I became so fascinated. So among the clique, among the guys he taught, I was the first person that even migrated our blog from Blogger platform owned by Google to WordPress, because I was open to learn. I was open to learn new innovative skills, where the world is going. So the world is not stagnant. The world is dynamic. Things are changing. Things are moving as fast as possible. So 10 years ago, whatever was relevant 10 years ago, it isn't relevant now. If you do not develop your skills more, you discover that so many people have gone way ahead of you. So please understand that what now that you've participated in this such conference meeting, and then I've told you that your location and you matters. I've told you that there are some IT skills you should learn. Go find out, what can I learn owned by Microsoft? What can I learn owned by the Adobe programs? Like, what program can I learn? So if you are into video production, you may not be into it, but if you have the interest, go figure it out. See, no one is going to show you until you decide to get it done for yourself. Remember this particular code, the way to get started is for you to keep talking. We talk too much. It is one of the problems in Africa. We talk too much. We run our mouths too much. And so most people who make impact, they're not even talking. The things they do speaks for them, right? So ask yourself now, what am I going to do after this conference? Do I have a sufficient IT skill necessary for my impact 2022, 2023, and henceforth? Do I have the IT skills? Now, if the answer to these questions is no yes, or if you need to develop yourself the more, it is open, right? It is open. So now I'm going to talk more, though it isn't part of my the things I wanted to talk about before, but a lot of people have been asking me, so I'm just going to take my time and then share with you. Someone have asked me that concerning migrating, how can I migrate? We talked about location and relocating. Now, according to research, the easiest way for you to migrate is through education. Now, except you have lots of money, you can migrate. You see, the whole migration thing has to do with money. If you have a lot of money, there is no country you can enter. Please believe me. Believe me that when you have lots of funds, there's no country you cannot enter. You can actually enter any country that you want to. For those people, for us, they come from a wealthy background. So how then do we migrate? The easiest way, according to research, you can go search it out, is through education. Education is still the cheapest and the easiest way to migrate. Now I'm going to give you 10 countries 10 countries abroad you can actually travel to. And now remember, I cannot exhaustively finish or critically analyze them here. So I'm going to make other videos to explain how you can actually go about them, right? So now the first one is Germany. Now Germany, you can actually migrate to Germany through their education visa route. So all you have to do is to get a school. Most of their public schools are free, Don't worry, I'm going to do a video about it. Most of these countries I'm going to mention, their public schools are free. But however, you need to provide some certain amount of money, but that you'll be using it will be like you're spending stipend for the period of your course, and then you can also work while you're in school before the end of the program, right? So Germany is number one, Norway is another one, and then you have Iceland. See, most of these countries, people don't actually go to this country, but many people are there, and so that's why I'm bringing it away to you. I'm going to make a video, a separate video about that for you, right? So we also have Austria, we have Czech Republic, Poland, we have Switzerland, Estonia, Italy, right? Mexico, Brazil, Spain, Portugal. Now these are countries that you may want to consider them, and of course the United States, the United Kingdom, Canada. Now, it all depends on your money. Now, one of the easiest ways through education, like I said before, the process starts when you have admission. There's no need to go pay somebody thousands of naira or pounds or dollar, whatever your currency is, for the person to help you get admission. You can actually show that you can actually get the admission yourself, or look for an agent that wouldn't do it for you, that wouldn't charge you to do it, but do it for you free. Do you understand me? So when you get that, you discover that half of your problem are already solved, right? So now, how then do I start? The first thing to do is to get admission from any of those countries, and then the process will start. The visa process will start. But then you still need to know the requirements. You still give out the requirements. All the informations are all within their website, right? But if you require help and counseling and guidance and all, consultation and all that, you can feel free to send me a message and I'll reply to you. So now I'm going to go back now to the questions and answer. Now, I hope you find this session useful, and I hope one way or the other you were able to learn from it. So now, one of the questions as written here on the chat box is a question. A guy asked a question that we are new to this IT stuff. Where do we start from? Start from your passion. Start from your passion. That is the easiest way. So whatever it is that you're passionate about, the thing you're passionate about, what you truly want to learn, that is IT related, go and search them out on the internet. Search them out, download materials and resources on that same thing. Don't learn too many things at a time. No, that will be wrong, and it wouldn't favor you if you try to learn everything at a time. It won't be the best practice. So the best practice is for you to learn one thing at a time, relating to what you want to learn, right? Okay, and then someone has asked, okay, talking about the Amazon Kindle, the Amazon KDP. Now, okay, I'm going to share the link with you because there is a separate video on that, and also a video by other people who actually are selling the course and all that. But in summary, what the Amazon KDP is all about is you publishing other people's book. Now, sometimes imagine this is my book, and I am an author, and I have a book, and imagine I want to publish that book. So in order for me to publish the book, I would just publish the book. I'll go and print it out, and then it's done. But if I want to sell more, I need people that I have to partner with for them to come buy my books, right? So now Amazon, where Amazon comes in is Amazon, just like they sell all the products, they sell lots of products. So Amazon will allow you to list their book on the platform. So it doesn't matter. You don't have to be the author of the book. You can just list the book. And when somebody buys the book, you who listed the book for someone gets a commission, and the other person also get a commission. The main author of the book also get a commission, right? That is for that. Now also there are book summaries. Now to make it easier and not to put further confusion on the way, I'm just going to send in the link for you to watch the video. So it is important that you watch the video, and that will further give you all the explanation that you need. So and also you may also have to contact Peace she's really into it. So don't bother, don't worry. I'm gonna share. Not to worry. I'm gonna share the link on the platform, right? So are there any more questions? Okay, this last one on um migrating, like I said before. Okay, so if the question is talking about if you're interested in coming to the UK now, as it is in the UK and many other countries, the first thing you need to do is to get the admission, and you cannot get the admission if your documents are not ready, and they wouldn't process your admission if your documents are not ready, right? So what are the documents you need to have? You need to have your transcript ready, your certificate needs to be ready, your personal statement needs to be ready, your international passport, of course, needs to be ready, your motivational statement needs to be ready, your academic references need to be ready. So when you have those documents all handy, there's a way you can write your motivational statement that is really capturing. So you don't just go and copy what other people has written. No, you sit down and really write what motivates you. This is you. Imagine you're talking to someone you haven't seen before, but you're trying to convince the person to admit you into their university. So lots of people are applying to these schools. So you need to ensure all your documents are ready. So you have a high chance of them revealing your application before other people. So imagine I submit my application and my document is all ready. All of them are available and someone else's own is not available. So or he misses one or two part of the document. So they're not going to attend to him. They're going to attend to the one whose documents are all complete and handy before they can get to him. Do you understand what I mean now? So that is for that, right? So well, this is it today for such conference. I'm so happy. Thank God. Thank you for being here. We made it to the top. Thank you. We have some people who joined us from Pakistan. Yeah, we have Amna Umar from Pakistan. Thank you for coming. We have Mbona, yeah, from Bangladesh. Thank you for coming. And we have um, Oli from India. Thank you guys for coming. And all our guys from Nigeria and from Ghana. Thank you for tuning in. So I'm going to share the video link like I promised. Yeah, I'm going to share the video link like I promised before. So in my next video, I'm going to talk about specifically about how to go about applying for some certain how to go about applying for admissions in this school. So I'm going to take my time to explain, but I'm still going to make the video very, very, very short. So thank you guys for coming, and I really, really appreciate you. Thank you, and see you. Cheers.